So it's kind of a genre of this style where you're creating illusion, especially architectural illusion. It's kind of a blanket of what trick of the eye work is. Everyone uses the term trompe-l'oeil. I can communicate with a very wide audience. People like being tricked by something. They bond with it. They go, did you see that? I thought that was real. There is a chaos out there, whether we like it or not. And it's to befriend it and to utilize it and to explore it without trying to harness or control it is a spiritual quest within itself and a beautiful place to tap into fresh ideas.
Trompe-l'oeil has been around since ancient Greece. It's a French phrase meaning fool the eye, and it describes a process of creating a three-dimensional image on a two-dimensional surface, such as a wall, and to make that three-dimensional image to a viewer seem real.
I consider John Pugh to be a primal artistic and philosophical genius. And there are not very many such people that I consider to be geniuses. I consider him to be a phenomenon.
I strive as well as I can to create a fertile ground for spiritual development and humility. I know that there are still a lot of things I need to work on. Oh, why did I write that way? God, this thing is going to drive me insane. And there's things like the ego, which we all have, that block your growth. Again, it's like a stagnant pond as opposed to a flowing river. And I believe that for me, I can only speak for myself, that I really need to keep that fresh and moving and non-stagnant.
The real essence of his murals is their ability to tell a story. The visual concepts that he brings to the mural, they not only trick the eye, but they engage the mind. They have depth. They're thought-provoking.
Nationally known muralist John Pugh came to town in Bishop recently to create an image that represents the part of Inyo County history that includes the City of Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and their water export from here.
I knew it was going to be a little edgy, but it is based on history of almost 100 years ago. They did drain the Owens Valley. That's historical fact. I went out to research the area and I found stumps of orchards that were there that had died as a result of them draining off the waters. So everything that I compiled in that piece, the contents were historical fact. I don't want to get into politics too heavily here, but because of current politics, it's a ghost of the past that has come out, and I think it haunts them a little, and that's why there's been such a strong reaction. The idea of displaying the different planets in mosaic forms throughout these rooms, and even a sun orb in the water and a moon orb in the water in the upper room, allowed me to play with the idea of the planets. Other cultures, day names like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they're recognized as the name of the planet. Based on these gods that these days are based on, there's a spiritual evolution throughout the week, and that's how I've kind of ordered these mosaics. So they will read from left to right. Tuesday is conflict, it's Mars, it's the bringer of war. Wednesday is Mercury, which is the messenger, communication. So you resolve conflict through communication. And then Jupiter, which is Thursday, is joviality, which is a result of communication. You spread truth and communication, there's joy that comes as a result of that. And then eventually love. The architectural elements of the pieces, the illusion, the shading, the lighting, a lot of those things are held into, quote unquote, a structured world, an ordered world.
John Pugh is actually, I would say, a shaman of chaos theory. And he is showing the balance, the yin and the yang balance between order and chaos. The mystical and even the transcendent and the divine within the details of nature. Visionaries, mystics, and shamans don't have to belong to a religion to be religious. They are the source.
I think in some ways, when it comes to this type of art and public art, I've encouraged a lot of people from Germany or Argentina or New Zealand come and spend time here. I like it when they contact me and I know that we're relating on a similar level.
I feel like I'm in Michelangelo's studio or something like that. It just feels, we've got the classical music going and good vibes, creative vibes, artists together working to make something beautiful. So
he listens and he's very kind. I mean, by the magnificence of his work, he has time for people, he has time for these little details with the people, and I think that makes him a greatest artist.